Take two. Well, today's March 14th, Pi Day, 314, for whatever that means, for whatever it's worth. I never really thought of it like that until I started hearing people talk about it a few years ago, and then all of a sudden it's like, now I think about it. And it's the same thing with what was it? Because right before Cinco de Mayo, May 5th, there's May 4th. And so a few years ago, I noticed people saying, May the 4th be with you. That one's kind of, yeah. But only for the original trilogy. All the rest, I don't really have any attachment to. It's just the prequel trilogy and the later trilogy and all the Clone Wars and spin-offs and Han Solo and Boba Fett and just everything's got a movie and action figures, and it's a whole universe. Um, I was always just, like Trek, that universe a lot better, except for a few different incarnations, but it can't all be good, I guess, but for the most part. Anyway, so Sunday, March 14th. And it's what, my third Sunday working the new shift, and today was springing forward for daylight savings time. So at exactly 2 a.m. this morning, but it just became 3 a.m. So anyway, it just made things a little bit more confusing, even though it's such a simple thing as adding one. But it just throws everybody off a little bit. Like even the sunrise coming up an hour all of a sudden later, even though it was the same time. The sun doesn't care. Nothing. I mean, this is just the human invention of time, and our recording and organizing ourselves by a communal understanding of what we agree on is the time, and how we measure it, and how all that stuff. So I had gotten used to the sun rising at 7 o'clock, and now it's rising at 8 o'clock. But it's already still shifting. It's getting earlier and earlier. So now when I usually go for my 7 o'clock break, it'll still be dark. So, but then I thought about going for a run after I got back today, because I went for a run yesterday after I got back, and I was like, never mind the cold. It was 42 degrees Fahrenheit, and I was like, I kind of feel like going for a run, and I actually kind of feel like going for a run today. I didn't go far. I only went 2 miles, I think. I don't even have a watch to measure time or distance. I have no idea. I'm just going by what I think, just guessing. Because I don't think I'm going any slower than a 10-minute mile, but I'm definitely not going fast. Well, I don't think so. It's been so long, I don't remember. But it feels like I don't have a gauge yet. I'm not calibrated. That's how it goes. I've been out of calibration for a long time. Now I don't have any understand, or I do a little bit, but it's memory. It's from memory, and I don't trust my memory on that sort of stuff. I might be giving myself too much credit, or I might be not giving myself enough. So. But I am enjoying it. It's fun. I'm very pleased that I can still do it apparently, and I'm being careful, and I'm not overdoing it. So that was one thing. It's like, well, I ran 3 days ago. I went for an hour, and I have no idea how far that was. I think I ran a good 5K. Yeah, I already did a thing on that, and so yesterday I did 2 miles, and so my muscles are still sore from the original run. And then so yesterday it was just to prove that I could, and also show that to myself. Like after work, I can go for a run. There's nothing stopping me. I can go for a run. And I did yesterday, and it was cold yesterday too. I wore a heavy sweatshirt. And today it's about the same temperature out, and it's cloudy. And if it was sunny, it'd be a little bit different. But it's just cloudy. And I thought about going out for another run just to go out the same way and see how I feel about doing the same thing again. And it's just like I don't feel like being cold. I've been cold all day. I don't feel like being cold. And I was also in the freezer for a while today. I just almost got trapped in there again. So I had to bust down the door a little bit just to get out. It's pretty cold in there. And what else? Oh yeah, I did remember that train of thought that I had lost. And I mentioned I'd naturally realize it. And I did. Now I've got it in my notes. It was basically about how, like in recovery groups or recovery in general, it's like I've written it a lot better than how I'm going to say it now. But in general, they want you to, be like yourself, but no, not that way. Be like yourself this way, the way we tell you or want you to be like yourself. And if you're not like yourself the right way, well, then that's just no good. You aren't being yourself correctly. So, and also you're not happy. So, you have to get like approval or something that you're not. If you're not doing it the right way, then you're not happy. And also, if you're not doing it the right way, you're not sober. You're faking it or something, and other people are the judge, are valid. They can make a valid determination of if you're doing it right or not, per their, yeah. I don't know how they got that sort of power, I guess. But a lot of people seem to think they have it. And it's strange. Oh well. I think it's just outside my realm of understanding. And I just like, everybody can just do whatever they want. It's like, it seems like a lot of people have problems with recovery. And I think a lot of it is projecting personal problems onto others, because it's like, well, if I'm having these problems, well, everybody else must too. So, and then finding fault with others because they're finding fault within themselves. Looking for signs of weaknesses because they're finding weaknesses in themselves, and they want some sort of commiseration, to feel like they're not the only one. So they're finding in others what they are feeling in themselves. So it could be anything. It could be that guilt, that shame, that fear. Looking outwards for what is within. And so I don't know. So I guess I just have to be careful for myself but I generally just leave people alone. I just say what I gotta say and I leave. I've kind of been distancing myself. Because people just keep just disappearing. It's like, do I bother getting invested at all? Because they're just gonna leave. So I just like, and it's like, well, maybe if I got to know them, they wouldn't leave. No, they leave no matter what, in my experience. I've been doing this for a while now. They have their whole lives. They have friends and families, and the rooms in recovery are not really on their list. I mean, I don't have anything going on really. I've got a lot, but I don't have like circle of friends or family close by that I keep in touch with, and I don't have I don't have any sort of intimate relationships of any kind. It's like I just do this thing, and I don't know. I don't have much direction. I'm getting better at being myself, and I think that's paying off. I have a lot of time to reflect, and I think people, they don't understand, and I don't explain, because I don't think I could if I tried, to their satisfaction. I understand it's my satisfaction just enough to be okay with it. But trying to explain something to anybody else's satisfaction, well, a lot of people just will never be satisfied because they're going to find fault because they want what they want, and they want accommodation. And it's like, okay, what about me? Don't I have a say in what I do and how I spend my time? I think I do. So it's like, and it's like, the world doesn't run on my schedule. And so I don't run on anybody else's schedule. I am awake when I'm awake. I am at meetings when I am at meetings. And it's like, if I hang out afterwards, it's like, especially now with the new change in schedule, it's like, wow, I'm waking up at absurd hours now. It's fun though. I don't know how long I'll do it, but I could get used to it. And there's a whole different, I don't know. There's a whole different crew. It's a whole different structure. So, I don't even know. And then, as usual, with anything else, yeah, I have no idea. I'm just completely um, what's the word? What's the phrase? Um, Staying away. I think that's the. It's like I know where I'm at, and they know where I'm at too. They know how to contact me, and so there was no goodbye yet, and it's like, if me saying how I think and feel about everything, it's like, if that's wrong, well, okay. Well, I got to say it. I got to say what I think and feel. And it's like, I think it's a good thing. But, you know, I know how I feel when I get unwanted attention. And, I get uncomfortable too. Um, but I thought it seemed like it was okay. So I felt like I was welcome. But of course, things change, and people are allowed to change their minds. And I also have this whole thing about being creepy unintentionally. And then it's like, after the fact, it's like, oh yeah, that could be kind of creepy. Whoops. But it's really difficult trying to carry on this sort of thing just by text. Because I have no idea who they are. And they have no idea who I am. I consider myself mostly harmless. Mostly harmless. They don't know that. They can be judging me as, even though they say that they're not judging. But, it's hard to say. I don't know where they are on the spectrum even. It's like, it's a, it's a diverse spectrum. And it's like, I don't even know where I am on the spectrum. I'm somewhere. Just a blend of different characteristics, strong points, weak points. Just it's not even that simple. I don't even know how you could. It's a lattice work, a mesh lattice, fabric, tapestry, with fibers running all over the place. With It's a neural net, so I don't know what makes it different than how most people think. I just know that this is the only way I know how to think. It's the only way I've ever thought. And now I'm only just stopping with the pretending to be like other people. I am just how I am. And I can't not be I can't not be myself. So, and it is difficult, because I don't really have any um, local support. Nothing I can see, nothing I can talk to really. I mean, I have my people in the meetings and stuff. But they don't know, and they've got their own stuff going on. But I just, there's stuff I can investigate if I really, really get lonely. But I forget easily. Like, oh yeah, I could do that. But I forget. And then it's like I worry about time, and it's like, do I have time? I've already got, all these other things going on. And it's like, and I'd have to travel up to, and then we got the pandemic, and it's like, oh, I'll just do nothing for a while. I've got my running now. I can entertain myself with my running and getting, maybe that'll open up pathways to meet, somebody interesting. You never know. New connections, new communication. I do like having a conversation and just talking to myself. It is worrisome that this is how I'm spending my time, probably, but it's healthier than anything else I could be doing, so at least it's an outlet and I can keep an eye on myself. So, and also that whole thing about like online dating or online friend seeking, it's like, I'm just not good with that sort of thing. It's like when I meet people face to face, I get good results. But I guess a lot of people just have, like just like me, a whole backstory of underlying issues that are just lead to them being the person that they are that I'm encountering. Just like all the events that lead to me being the person that I am that they are encountering. How does one person become a person like me? Well, how much time do you got? It could take a long time to tell all the different stories for people to get a sense. Yeah, but maybe they don't have the time. They don't want to invest that much time. They want to, invest in somebody that is more readily accessible, readily available. Whereas, like, I am kind of more like a fixer-upper. It's going to take time to get me up to speed on civilization and culture. And, I'm just not your typical habilitated type person, and I'm not domesticated, or quite civilized. I mean, I have manners and a code of ethics and a moral compass, but they're not quite in line with a majority of society. I have a different way of looking at things, and my priorities and values follow suit. And I don't talk about it, and I don't write about it very much, because it just, the world does not suit me, and it's not designed to, so it's okay. And there's nothing much. I can just find some peace and contentment with being in the world as it is, and just accept all the stuff that just strikes me as highly unjust. And but it's humanity. Humanity is never going to be a just organism. It's surprising that we haven't destroyed ourselves already. So, anyway, I got more out of me in this conversation than I thought I was going to. So, good job, me. I'm sorry. But keeping up with these, over 2 months of these videos, it's crazy, man. I guess maybe I'm getting more relaxed. But, and speaking back on why these got started, I still have not I don't know what's going on. Maybe there's something going on. There's always stuff going on that I don't know about. Always. And what I think is going on versus what is actually going on is just the span, the gap between those two ideas, just the chasm, just vast. And what people think I feel versus what I actually feel, and what people think I think versus what I actually think. I don't even know what people. I get into some dark territory, and if I heard somebody speaking the way I speak, and the way I do it, I'd be really worried about them. But I keep coming back. I prove myself that, I keep proving it. No matter what I talk about, no matter how I sound, no matter what I look like, you'll see me again. That's always happened so far. There's no guarantees. I might just decide to just go one day. It's possible. Unlikely, but it's possible. I don't really have anything tying me here. So, other people have more. No one really has anything that they can't just walk up and leave. But I have far less. I don't have roots. I am just, almost a vagrant. A vagrant with, the ability to transport themselves wherever they like. So, at this time, I'm still able to be highly mobile and reinvent myself as I choose. In a way, with limitations, because I still have myself to deal with, and everything that goes with that, and limited. I do have to live within my means, so it's like anyway. It's always like a backup plan. If I get in, I don't have to live here. That's the thing. I don't have to live here. I'm not trapped. So I have to remember that I'm not trapped. Because if I feel like I'm trapped, and I don't have any options, and there is no hope, then I start to, really become really highly self-conscious and concerned. So, and it's like, if whatever it is that's going on or not going on for me right now, that's not the end all be all, you know? So it's like, if whatever it is doesn't work out in any sort of fashion or to that I like or that I can live with, um, there's other things. Like, I don't need to worry so much. And yeah, it's been a long time, but I am a person that takes a long time to do anything, say anything. But I like to think that I'm working on being a person worth knowing, having a life worth living, and having a life worth sharing. And I'm just not, I guess, in a rush. And because when I get in a rush, I make mistakes. But I know, at least for me, that it's like, when I feel things, I'm gonna say it. I'm not gonna hide behind my own pride and ego like I would tend to do out of fear. And it's like, I have less time for my own fear. So, and I want to get to know. And it's like, so I will push the envelope. Because I don't want to play games. I'm tired of games. I'm tired of them. So it's like, it's time to get real. But also, I have to be conscious and considerate of other people. Because other people aren't where I'm at. Other people are where they're at. And that's okay too. So I haven't lived their life. So I can't try to hurry them up or, give instructions. I can just tell them, this is me, this is what I do, this is who I am, this is how I am, this is what I'm kind of doing and where I'm going. Do you want to come along? So it's kind of like that. It's strange. But so is life. So this is the only one I know. I have no frame of reference or basis of comparison. But I like my life a lot better than I used to. So that's kind of cool. And I'm a much more interesting person than I ever used to be. I have actually things to talk about. And I used to find myself rather boring. Can you imagine? No, I can't imagine, and I'm still boring. At least I think so. I have very limited things that I can talk about. But I am curious, and I like to experience things. I mostly like to keep everything simple, though. Except for all the stuff I overcomplicate. But I don't know. Anyway, I'm just rambling, and of course I'm trying to have fun, because if I'm not having fun, then what's the point? Well, I know, but personal growth and identity, all that sort of stuff. And also, I'm working on ideas, innovations, initiatives, inventions. So, there's always that. Mysteries and paradoxes and conundrums. Interesting set of variables that occurred all at the same time. And I do wonder, and I know, it's not all about me, and it's like, but it was strange. And I hope everything's okay. That's all I can say. So, anyway. half an hour.